how the government's position, and in particular, the uploading of munitions to a sanctioned Russian cargo vessel in Simonstown will be perceived in the context of that legislative requirement has yet to be determined.
It's these words that prompted the president to launch a commission. Judge Phineas Mojapilu is now leading the investigations. Lawmakers in the United States of America also called on President Joe Biden administration not to renew Africa Growth and Opportunity Act after these allegations surfaced.
We've lost our way in multi-stakeholder power balancing and managing the relations between great powers. There was a time when having relations with China, Russia and Russia and America actually gave us stature in the world. Why did we allow it to become a problem? Was it really worth it for a controversy over one ship and one aeroplane to bring us to a point, the inconceivable point that 30 years later was the last time we received sanctions, 1986, the Comprehensive Anti-Apartheid Act. Are we really back there where this country 30 years later after its settlement will again be slapped with sanctions? Man, it's inconceivable.
The independent inquiry that the president has instituted, led by a retired judge on the matter of Lady R, is working, is currently doing its work. We've made the call, by the way, previously, that anybody that has evidence, including those who are making noises, must come. Can I tell you, to date, 0 has been provided to the independent inquiry. Number 2, the National Arms Control Committee is on record as saying there was never a decision by the South African government to sell arms to Russia. The ambassador of Russia is here. If we had sold anything to them, I'm sure he would confirm. Nothing was sold to them, at least by the government. These matters were explained to the Pentagon, the White House, and the State Department. So they know. We've shared with them information at our disposal. So there's no confusion from their part, which is why we agree with you that ambassador went rogue, and this is why he apologized. I was in the meeting when we demarched him, and he did apologize unreservedly. Thirdly, to say that we don't think there is a contradiction or we've been unable to manage relations between the US, China, and Russia from where we stand. And this notion or narrative that there's a threat of sanctions against South Africa, we don't know where it comes from. From the conversations we've had with the US and all the key decision makers, there's no such. President sent special envoys to the United States, as you know, and they had conversations with everyone. And as far as we are concerned, there is no such a threat. I'm glad the media is covering this conversation. Please kill that narrative. There is no threat of sanctions against South Africa on this file.
Many are keenly waiting for the final report, as this matter has the potential to affect relations between South Africa and the United States of America. The Minister of Communications and Technologies, who chairs the committee that deals with the sale of arms in South Africa, has this to say about the work of the commission.
The inquiry is ongoing. I did appear there. We should await Judge Mojapilu to actually conclude that work, which he will report to the president.
Sophie Mukwena, SABC News, Johannesburg.